Hi kids, I'm firefighter Devin. I'm also paramedic. This is our big ladder truck. It's 105 feet. This truck here, the big ladder, can touch the top of any building in Fort Dodge, which is a standard that we have. This is Ember. She's gonna hang out and play around while we're doing this. So a big part of a fire is obviously getting water on the fire. So this is our big pump here. This pump hooks up to the fire hydrants that you see around town. It also supplies the hose with water. So that's what this does, and there's a lot of big math that goes into this. So stay up on your math. We'll come over here and I'll actually secure the truck with steel chocks. That's what these big things are. So if you see these out when we're on scene, just leave them alone. Don't play with them. So these go underneath the wheel, so that way the truck doesn't roll anywhere. And here you can also see this is called some large diameter hose, or LDH. We hook this up to our truck. You can see how big that is. That's so we get as much water as possible from the hydrant to the pump. You might see these little compartments here. And this is a air bottle essentially. This is what we breathe into a fire. That way we don't breathe that bad smoke. Firefighter Kyle is actually going to go over this here in a little bit. So we have some more air bottles in here. We tend to go through a lot when we're fighting a fire. Now back here, we have some tools. A good rule when you're fighting a fire is you have two hands, so it's always good to have two sets of tools. This right here is a standard hook used to like pull ceiling or drywall down. So we use this when we're investigating a fire, trying to see if the fire has spread anywhere. And then this tool up here is called a married set and a wedge. This is what we would use to force doors. So essentially we can get in about any type of door, from a commercial building to a residential, with these two tools here. So we do a lot of training on that and stay up on that. It's a very important part of our job to make sure that if there is a fire in a building, we can get into it to get the fire out. In this back compartment here, we have some life safety ropes. These are for if we have to go down like a really steep embankment, or if we have to go off the edge of a building, which again is some more training that we do. Up here are the steps that you would take to go up to the platform to raise the ladder up. We'll show you guys that in a little bit. It goes really high, so. We'll come around back here and firefighter Kyle's gonna take over.
Hi kids, I'm firefighter paramedic Kyle, and today I'm going to show you a little bit more about our truck. So here we have our iPad, which tells us sometimes how to get to a fire, where the nearest fire hydrant is, and it's got all kinds of other information that might be pertinent to our calls. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about our gear and what we wear to fires. Here we have firefighter Cole. He's wearing his full gear that we will be wearing into a fire. So as you can see here, this is his mask, so he's going to put that on in a minute. This is what seals down tight to our face and keeps the smoke out of our lungs when we're inside. And this is how we turn on the air pack. He's got a little handle right here that we turn. And you can hear the pack turn on. So now if he's got air going up over his shoulder, down the hose, and up to his mask. So now Cole is going to put on the mask. And if you can hear, his regulator is giving air every time he tries to breathe in, it opens up. So we also have on this truck our hose in the middle, and we also have some in the back. So as you can see here, we've got it folded up, and we keep our nozzle right here. And we just pull that off the side of the truck, and then we can put water in there to take inside. So here we have some more hookups for more hose. If we're hooking up to the hydrant, we can hook up on this side too. We also have some rope, bags, and some tarps. We keep extra packs over here for more guys that are coming in for the fire. Back here, we have some fans and some other things, some other tools. So here, we have our fan. So if we're trying to get smoke out of a building, we can use that. We also have our fire extinguishers if it's just a small fire. And we also carry chainsaws, so if we have to cut a hole into a roof or a wall or something, we can use this so we can make that hole so the smoke can come out. And I think that's all for this side of the truck.
So to continue with our little tour of the truck, Kyle's helped me back in and he's plugging in our truck. We plug our trucks in to keep them nice warm so they start every time. Come on, Ember. Ember likes to go for rides too. You can see over here, a firefighter has his gear all set out, ready to go. We have to be out the door in a minute on every call, so it's really important that we keep all of our stuff out so we can get in there very quick. And that goes for in the middle of the night too, when we're sleeping. We have to get out here and get our clothes on very quickly. So this truck over here actually has what we call the jaws of life. And I'll show that to you guys. So these are our cutters or our spreaders. These are essentially our big scissors that we use that could open a car. Not only are these really heavy, but they're also really powerful. And they're battery operated. So all we have to do is hit the switch right here. And now it's ready to cut. And these will cut through just about anything. So like Kyle and I mentioned earlier, we're also paramedics. We're not doing firefighting stuff. We'll come over here and we'll see the ambulance, which is also a big part of our job. So this is a brand new ambulance. We just got this about last year. So we have really nice equipment here at Fort Knox Fire. And probably the biggest, nicest piece of equipment we have is this auto load. You can see this piece of machinery here will actually do all the lifting for us. And this is actually rated to lift over 700 pounds. So.
Alright, so here we have our monitor, which will look at people's hearts. It will take their blood pressures. We can put stickers on their chest to look at the different parts of their heart and the electrical activity you can see here. They're all labeled so we know where to place them. We can also use this if someone's heart stops. We can take these pads and put them on their chest and try and restart their heart. So it's a pretty cool piece of equipment we've got here.
Okay, so this is our jump bag. This is what we carry into every call. There's a lot of equipment in this bag, so we're gonna go through it pretty quickly. So over here is just our basic vital stuff. Everybody we go on, we check their blood pressure, and this right here checks their pulse ox, so their oxygen in their blood and their heart rate. Also, if you have family members who are diabetic, we can go ahead and we check their blood sugar. So this big middle pouch here is where the more advanced stuff is. We have this right here is called a McGrath or video laryngoscope, and what that is that helps us put a tube down someone's throat if we have to do it. So you can actually hear it has a camera on there. So I don't know if you can see me or not, but. And we keep this in a nice hard case because it is a very nice piece of equipment and we don't want it to break. We also have our airway bag, and this is our IV bag. So all these things, let's say your grandma falls and breaks her hip inside, we can get her some pain management right away and get her feeling better. We also have a BBM, and this is just a sharps container, so that way no one gets poked.